Hello and welcome to Motivational Moments with Donna. I'm your host, Donna Hilfiger. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you missed last week's segment, you can find it on any of my social media, but I'm dedicating this month of September to our 24-year-old daughter, Casey, that we lost in February of this year from a drug overdose. And that's what I'm talking about this month. Because if it can help one single person out there, then it's worth me sharing my pain that I've been through, if it can help you and your family or someone that you know. So I'm going to pick up where I left off last week. We find out that our daughter's passed away, and my husband looked at me and he goes, "What do we do?" And shock is a good thing, because I remember thinking, I can't even feel right now. I'm just in this space. And I said, if I was talking to a client, I would tell them, control what you can control. So what can we control right now? Two of our kids, one was at college and one was an hour out of town on a business trip for a brand new company she just started with. I said, let's go get the kids. I do not want them finding this out and having to drive home. So we go to get in the car and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just took my SUV in yesterday to get new tires on it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? So my daughter's small car was there. And by this time, my other daughter and her friend came to the house and they said, we want to ride with you. So the four of us are packed in my daughter's little small car and it is pouring down rain. And I'm like, it couldn't get any worse, but I couldn't feel. It was like we were all numb. And I'm telling you, shock is a good thing, because it got me through the first few days. And we went and got our children and brought them back home. And then it was like, you go through what do we do next? Okay, we get a funeral home. And we did all these things. And I remember I had this specific thing that I wanted to read that she had written about the family. And I couldn't find it. My mother had a copy. She searched everywhere. She couldn't find it. I thought for sure I'd taken a picture of it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But that caused my husband and I to go through every single thing that she'd ever done, ever written since she'd been in school, because we have all kinds of different boxes in the attic with all the kids' things. And one of the things I found that really brought me peace was she knew how much we loved her, because everything that she wrote, my mommy loves me. My daddy loves me. She knew how loved she was. So that brought us a lot of peace in that time. And the reason I'm telling you this is because when you're going through a tragedy, you need to control what you can control, and you need to find something that's going to bring you peace, something that's going to bring you a different feeling, because I'm telling you, grief can wipe you out. And I know all the parents out there, if you've lost a child, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or people who've lost loved ones, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've talked to so many people that are still going through so much grief. I'm telling you, control what you can control. And as time goes on, you've got to hold on to those good memories. You've got to feel it to heal it. You can't push it down, because I'm here to tell you, whenever we stuff something down, it's eventually going to bubble up, and you want to catch it before it wreaks havoc in your body and causes some kind of illness or disease, because stress can cause diseases. But the other thing, our kids, they've grown up with us. We lost a child in 1996, and they've grown up with us talking about all the signs and how to look for signs. And, we got a red cardinal was Cole, and even extended family and friends, now they go, oh yes, the red cardinal. So we started looking for signs right away, and Casey gave us so many signs. And I've heard from her friends that she's given them so many signs. We even had, I said, Casey will have to be a bluebird. And lo and behold, her friends got another friend to draw this beautiful painting of our cardinal of Cole and the bluebird for Casey. And all I did, they didn't even know that I had said this, but they picked it up somewhere along the wavelength. And I've gotten so many signs. I'm here to tell you, I've talked about this so much before. In the beginning, when she first passed, I was angry. I was like, I don't want that sign. I just want you back, because I was in so much pain. And there's days that we still are. And I know everybody out there that I'm talking to, you can agree with me and identify. And so many people go, but I want to get a sign. I'm telling you, when you get calm and you center yourself and you start looking, you will find a sign from your loved one. And I'm going to get into detail because Casey paid me a visit in a dream, and I want to talk to you about that because it was so special. But you have to join me for next week because we're out of time this week. Please, I hope you enjoyed this segment. I hope it's inspirational for some people. I hope you're out there looking for signs from your loved ones. But I really want to get more in depth into this next week because I really want to honor our daughter Casey and help you to honor your child or your loved one that's passed away that you want to honor. Thanks so much for joining me. Follow me on my social media, and I hope you join me next week.